What's your vision of the best life ever? Maybe it's meaningful time with your family and friends, enriching experiences, and the feeling that you've created a lasting impact. Unfortunately, all of us face financial threats that can knock us off course and even devastate us. The scary part is if you don't know those threats exist, you can't protect yourself. What are the 4 financial threats? The first financial threat is an unpredictable future. It would be great if our financial future was as dependable as the sun, moon, and planets. With enough careful planning and calculation, we can know exactly where and when they will be in the sky, days, weeks, even years from now. But unlike the celestial objects, our financial world is inherently unpredictable, and there's no way to know all the factors that affect a future result. The further into the future your plans stretch, the greater the odds that things will turn out differently, and perhaps worse than you expected. This happens to businesses. They do their best to predict future revenue and costs. But in 2019, no one could have forecasted the 2020 pandemic impacts. In our personal life, we will also experience unexpected events. What if you get sued? Or what if your income stream dries up because you lose your job?
You're fired!
Or worse, you get sick and need long-term recovery. And what if a disaster strikes that destroys your home? The only constant we have is that things are going to change in ways we can't predict. The second financial threat is misinformation. Misinformation refers to knowledge that is either incomplete or inaccurate, and it shows up in 3 ways. One way is through deliberate misinformation. When someone purposefully misleads us for their own benefit, like with the Bernie Madoff Ponzi scheme, the results can be devastating. A second way is through listening to opinions over facts. This can easily happen when we consult with someone we trust, like a family member, a work colleague, or a supposed expert in the subject. But what are they basing their advice on? If you can't verify where their information is coming from, it's probably time to find a more informed professional. The third way misinformation shows up is in our own behavior. We want the best for ourselves, but we have a hard time following through on the steps we need to take to achieve it. For example, your doctor gives you a nutrition plan to follow so you can get healthier. But what if you're with friends and everybody's ordering some amazing dessert? How likely are you going to stick to your nutrition plan? The same thing can happen to us financially. Our emotions, desires, and biases can color our vision and make it hard for us to make the best decisions and to follow through on them. The third financial threat is disorganization. Life is chaotic, complex, and messy, and that mess can affect how well we see things financially. It's easy to think of disorganization as a person with papers scattered everywhere in their office. But more is involved than simply having all of your financial information organized on a spreadsheet and in file folders. It's similar to a chef in a kitchen. He may have all of his ingredients and spices labeled properly on the shelf. But when it comes time to cook, how is he using those ingredients? What amounts? What's behind each decision? Unless he understands how everything interacts together, his dish probably won't taste too good. The fourth financial threat is your true cost of living. As time goes by, life becomes more expensive and can slowly erode our financial resources. This erosion comes from a number of factors that are often not fully considered. One element of the real cost of living is simple inflation. Say you bought a brand new refrigerator today for $2,000 and the inflation rate stays at a locked 3%. If your refrigerator breaks 20 years from now and you had to replace it, you'd likely have to pay over $3,600 for it. And then there's the stuff that doesn't exist today. Newer technologies will change existing products like your refrigerator, and new products will come about that didn't ever exist before. You may be taking new medications and treatments, and likely there will be new or increased taxes. Each of these threats can be scary and challenging to face, but the good news is they can be overcome. Through careful planning, accurate information, and an organized, holistic approach, you can defeat these 4 threats to your financial future. That's where the process of optimal financial wellness can help. Would you like the opportunity to experience optimal financial wellness? We invite you to take these 4 steps. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch more educational content every month. Download our Optimal Financial Wellness Scorecard to do your own self-assessment. Register for any of our online webinars and request a complimentary consultation to see what your next step could be. We can't wait to help you reach for your best financial life ever.